For today's headlines, Duterte says Bong Go is ready. Sara pushed by Hugpong and 5 other parties. IEMOP jabs Pacquiao lacks of research. Skyway 3 toll rates released. DND to procure 2 more C-130 planes. Haiti President Jovenel Moise assassinated. Chot wants Gilas intact. ITCZ affecting Palawan, Visayas, and Mindanao. Good morning, I am Sandy Locos and you are watching Tribune News on Q. Today is Thursday, July 8, and now the news. In a televised speech aired on Wednesday afternoon, President Rodrigo Duterte declared Senator Bong Go as ready for presidency as he disclosed himself as seriously considering a run for the vice presidency in 2022. Duterte's statement was yet another endorsement of Go, whom he had called my president in quite a number of public engagements in the past. The pairing will go against the push for the chief executive's daughter, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, to seek the presidency. She is egged on no less than by her regional party Hugpong ng Pagbabago, along with 5 other major national political parties that are seeking to forge a coalition with the young Duterte. The Davao City Mayor has been leading in all surveys in recent months. Tribune sources confirmed that a long meeting had transpired between the president and his daughter during an affair at the U.S. Embassy in Manila on Thursday. The president, a couple of Tribune sources claimed, had tried to dissuade his daughter from seeking the presidency, a fact that he reiterated on Wednesday when he said he would not like the Davao City Mayor to go through everything that he had experienced as the country's leader. The Hugpong ng Pagbabago and its 5 national political party allies expect to have Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio as the coalition's standard-bearer for the 2022 national election. Duterte Carpio would be running as an independent candidate if she becomes a candidate for the top government post in the next polls, HNP spokesperson Anthony Del Resorio said during an interview with Daily Tribune's Gising Na. The official earlier disclosed that even before Duterte Carpio announces her bid, the leading political parties, Lakas CMD, National Unity Party, Nacionalista Party, Puwersa ng Masang Pilipino, and People's Reform Party have signified their interest to join the HNP coalition. Before the coalition takes form, a memorandum of agreement among all parties has to be finalized first. Under the MOA, HNP will have the final say to the coalition's choice for president, vice president, and 12 senators. HNP, however, is struggling to complete the MOA as there are provisions that some parties are proposing but which others do not find acceptable. One of the concerns, he pointed out, is there are parties that have their respective presidential bets. Claims of irregularity in the establishment of a private electricity spot market operator was ill-advised and lacks research. This was how Department of Energy Assistant Secretary Gerard Erguiza Jr. described the allegations made by Senator Manny Pacquiao in the establishment of the Independent Electricity Market Operator of the Philippines, operator of the wholesale electricity spot market. Erguiza explained that public bidding was unnecessary in setting up IEMOP since it does not require a huge capital. The DOE official noted that the IPIRA law mandated IEMOP to take over the functions, assets, and liabilities of a temporary market operator, which is the Philippine Electricity Market Corporation. In a statement posted on its website, IEMOP rejected Pacquiao's claim that the company receives 0.05 kilowatt per hour from Filipinos and instantly became a billion-peso company. IEMOP said it is a legitimate and lawful entity that was formed pursuant to IPIRA, and by its nature and functions, IEMOP does not earn income or profits. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Manong Joe po!
At Ate Maita,
Matapos ang magkasunod na buwang pagbaba, bagyang tumaas ang overall electricity rates ng halos 9 centavos per kilowatt hour ngayong buwan. At paalala lang po, maging energy efficient po tayo.
lalo pag mainit. Dahil mas hirap ang appliances at mas makonsumo. Buti may bright ideas tayo na based sa Meralco Power Lab tests. Engineer Alfred?
Alam nyo ba, ang lumang aircon, mas mataas ang konsumo. Up to 682 pesos ang dagdag kada buwan kumpara sa bago. Mas energy efficient kasi ang technology ng bagong aircons. At kung inverter, pwedeng lampas 1,000 pesos ang savings per month. Piliin din yung may horsepower na sakto sa laki ng kwarto. Kung hindi, halos 1,000 ang extra gastos buwan-buwan.
Sundan ang tips na to. And visit our website para
You have the power this summer.
The Toll Regulatory Board on Wednesday announced the elevated expressway will charge the following rates starting Monday, July 12. Buendia to Balintawak will be 264 pesos from the proposed rate of 274 pesos. Buendia to Santa Mesa 105 pesos from 110 pesos. Ramon Magsaysay to Balintawak 129 pesos from 133 pesos. TRB spokesperson Julius Corpus maintained that the rates are fair to both motorists and to the proposed project proponent, San Miguel Corporation. Corpus added that the approved rates are also lower than what the SMC earlier proposed to the TRB. SMC waived the toll for motorists for almost 7 months. The 8 interchanges of Skyway 3 are almost complete. A few on and off ramps are expected to be finished in the coming weeks. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana said the government will buy 2 more C-130 aircraft for the armed forces of the Philippines despite the deadly crash of one such plane in Sulu. Aside from the C-130s, the government is also set to buy 3 units of the smaller C-295 aircraft as well as 4 units of the still smaller NC-212 plane being manufactured in Indonesia. On Sunday, a C-130 unit of the Air Force crashed in Patikul, Sulu, killing 49 personnel on board and 3 civilians on the ground. 47 other soldiers aboard the plane were injured while at least 4 civilians on the ground were hurt. The ill-fated C-130 number 5125 was one of the 2 refurbished units acquired through a grant from the United States government. It arrived in the country last January 29 and was formally welcomed to the PAF fleet during a ceremony at Villamor Air Base in Pasay City last February 18. The plane's acquisition cost 2.5 billion pesos, with the Philippines paying 1.6 billion and the US about 900 million pesos. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders. Haiti President Jovenel Moise was assassinated and his wife wounded early Wednesday in an armed attack at their home, the interim prime minister announced. Claude Joseph said he was now in charge of the country and urged the public to remain calm while insisting the police and army would ensure the population's safety. Moise had been ruling Haiti, the poorest country in the Americas, by decree after legislative elections due in 2018 were delayed in the wake of disputes, including on when his own term ends. In addition to the political crisis, kidnappings for ransom have surged in recent months, further reflecting the growing influence of armed gangs in the Caribbean nation. Haiti also faces chronic poverty and recurrent natural disasters. The president faced steep opposition from swaths of the population that deemed his mandate illegitimate, and he churned through a series of 7 prime ministers in 4 years. Most recently, Joseph was supposed to be replaced this week after only 3 months in the post. In addition to presidential, legislative, and local elections, Haiti was due to have a constitutional referendum in September after it was twice postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. For Chot, there's no need to include professional players when Gilas Pilipinas cease action in the FIBA Asian Cup, at least for now. Reyes, the former Gilas coach, said it is still too early to say whether the young team will be needing help from the Philippine Basketball Association when it competes in the Asian Showpiece set in Jakarta from August 17 to 29. He said inserting PBA players in the roster could do more harm than good, as the squad bannered by rising stars Dwight Ramos, Kai Soto, and naturalized player Angelo Kwame had already developed its chemistry following strong runs in the FIBA Asian Cup qualifiers and FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament a few weeks ago. Despite having an average age of 22 years old, Gilas Pilipinas still displayed brilliance when it clobbered longtime tormentor South Korea twice before giving world number 5 Serbia a serious scare in its own turf. With that, sideliners raised the idea of beefing up the team with professional players like former Gilas stars Kiefer Ravena, CJ Perez, Poy Eram, and Roger Pogoy to make sure that it will have a loaded arsenal when it plays in the FIBA Asia Cup. PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall expressed willingness to release the players, while head coach Tab Baldwin admitted that they have yet to discuss the need for reinforcements. But Reyes frowns on that idea since the main goal is to develop the young team for the FIBA World Cup in 2023. Weather Bureau Pag-asa on Thursday said the Intertropical Convergence Zone or ITCZ is currently affecting Palawan, Visayas, and Mindanao. Pag-asa said Palawan, Visayas, and Mindanao will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, while Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. Temperature will range from 25 degrees Celsius to 32.5 degrees Celsius. And that wraps up the stories this morning. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Kachibu Community. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, the Department of Tourism, and Alan Lin, Council Member of Overseas Community Affairs Council, Republic of China. Again, this is Andy Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning and have a nice day.